fighting, Valerie gets destroyed, Olympia is neutral, Wolfric gets obliterated, it resists Drasna, and then it beats half of Diantha's team. It is wildly overpowered. Now I know what you're thinking, Lucario is a fighting type, which overlaps with Chestnut, and I just disqualified Lucario in Black 2 and White 2 for overlapping with Emboar. However, there's a difference here. Lucario and Emboar are pretty equally effective fighting type Pokemon for a playthrough. Mega Lucario is a vastly superior fighting type Pokemon to Chestnut. Besides, the two only share one weakness to fire. It is absolutely worth it to use Mega Lucario even if you picked Chestnut. But honestly, you shouldn't pick Chestnut anyways. Mega Venusaur is a vastly superior grass type. Now on to Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. And actually, for these remakes, I'm keeping my answer the same. Manectric. The electric type is still very important in the Hoenn region, and Manectric was the best one in Gen 3, but now it's even better. Manectric got 3 big buffs between Gen 3 and Gen 6. Number 1, Lightning Rod now makes it immune to electric and boosts its special attack when it's hit. Number 2, it has many more coverage moves, including Flamethrower and Snarl. And number 3, it can now Mega Evolve. The stone can be found before you get the Mega Bracelet, which means you can Mega Evolve it as early as possible. And let me tell you, Mega Manectric is vicious. Base 135 special attack and speed. This thing will decimate so many opponents. Next up is Generation 7, starting with Sun and Moon. And up front, I want to say that Rabombi is great if you don't pick Primarina, and Alolan Muck is great if you don't pick Incineroar. I highly recommend both of those Pokemon, but of course, they substantially overlap with starters, so they can't be my pick here. They are excellent, though. The Pokemon that I think is the best that doesn't overlap with any starters is Toucanon. It's the regional bird, which means you can pick it up right away on like the very first route of the game, which is nice. It's not as impressive stat-wise as some of the other regional birds, having great attack, decent bulk, but disappointing speed, but that's not a big issue here in my opinion, because the flying type is just so good in Alola. A normal flying Pokemon is good for Hala, the Grass Trial, the Ghost Trial defensively, Guzma, the Dragon Trial, Hapu defensively, Hala again, and Acerola defensively. Clearly a flying type Pokemon, potentially with the normal type tacked on, is very useful for an Alola playthrough. And Toucanon is your best flying type option in Sun and Moon. But it doesn't stop there, because it can fulfill other roles too thanks to its surprisingly solid coverage with moves like Smackdown, Brick Break, Flame Charge, Steel Wing, Thief, and U-Turn, plus Skill Link boosted Fury Attack, Bullet Seed, and Rock Blast once you get to the move tutor. Like I said, it's held back a bit by its speed, but hey, you get the Quick Claw pretty freaking early, so that can sometimes get around that. Toucanon is a very solid Pokemon that I absolutely recommend you use in Sun and Moon. However, in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, a new Pokemon was added to the game that outclasses Toucanon. Hawlucha. This Pokemon is absurdly useful in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Like, oh my god, let's just list off the reasons why. Number 1, Hawlucha has excellent stats, which are made even more impressive due to how early you can get it, at like level 9. Number 2, you can get Cha the Hawlucha from an in-game trade before the normal trial, meaning you can use it for that battle, and it's a traded Pokemon, allowing it to conveniently level up faster. And number 3, the kind of flying and fighting stab is super effective against the majority of the major battles in the game. The Totem Gumshoos Eradicate, Hala, the Totem Araquanid, the Totem Lurantis, Olivia, the Totem Togedemaru, Guzma, Nanu, the Totem Kamou-o, the Totem Rabombi, Mullane, and Olivia again are all weak to fighting or flying. Sure, some of them can hit Hawlucha back with super effective damage, but like, come on, the fact that fighting and flying cover all of those battles is ridiculous. Seriously guys, whether it's the in-game trade Hawlucha named Cha, or just one you find in the grass, use a Hawlucha. I've done it myself, it was great. Next up is Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, and I'll keep this one short, it's still Nidoking. Alakazam is still quite good, but its limited coverage simply cannot measure up to Nidoking's unrivaled move pool. Plus, Venusaur is not a starter anymore, so Nidoking's incredible. Then finally is Generation 8, Pokemon Sword and Shield. And to me, the choice is clear, Corviknight. Rookie D is found on literally the first route of the game, which is as accessible as it gets. Its pure flying type is also very good, completely walling fighting types rather than being neutral. The type combination of Flying Steel is also excellent. Not only is it fantastic defensively, since it has 2 immunities, 8 resistances, and only 2 weaknesses, but it allows Corviknight to help out in 6 of the 8 gyms in Sword, 5 of the 8 in Shield. Milo, Kabu Centiskorch, Bee, Opal, Gordy, Melanie, and Raihan. It's not hurt by sand and has the type advantage over Giggler. Combine those benefits with its very solid stats, it's quite a bulky Pokemon, which is nice, and you have a very good Pokemon to use on your team in Pokemon Sword and Shield. So in summation, the best non-starter team members to pick in every game are Alakazam in Gen 1, Alakazam in Gen 2, Manectric in the Gen 3 Hoenn games, Nidoking in Fire Red and Leaf Green, Staraptor in the Sinnoh games, Ampharos in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, Excadrill in Black and White, Magnezone in Black 2 and White 2, Mega Lucario in X and Y, Mega Manectric in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, Toucannon in Sun and Moon, Hawlucha in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, Nidoking in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, and Corviknight in Sword and Shield. Thank you so much for watching, and an extra special thanks to my patrons over on Patreon, who are helping support my channel during a time for lower than they should be YouTube.